think it has worked.
Has it worked?
Listen through that. Listen to it.
It's all the way up.
I cannot tell if we have audio. A little low. Oh, it's probably because of this.
Hello, testing.
Testing now. Test it here. Look at it. Yeah. There we go. That's more correct. Let me turn it up even more.
Okay.
There, yes.
That was
yes.
sound.
It's because I had it down because I was doing raps earlier, and you had to record pretty quiet for that. And we also have game audio, right? Because that's important to check as well.
Yeah, I hit new game. So.
Do you hear audio?
Yeah.
I do not hear any game audio. Here, let me change the audio source for that as well.
Headset. Yeah.
Okay. That should be all I have to do. No, not like that. You have to go to the program. Okay, let's try that.
So Bird has no experience with what?
With Soul.
No, I played Dark Souls 3 once and Bloodborne once, and I got really mad at them and stopped.
Okay, that sounds perfect. Yay, we did it. We solved the audio issues. Hello, 31 people who are here. Bird has... What were you just saying?
I have very little to no experience with the Dark Souls games. They have only made me mad. I expect this one to make me mad, but that's why we're streaming it. I'm inclined to pick Samurai, Prophet, Astrologer, or Hero. I don't know which class is the best. B was explaining stats to me earlier, which I will show to you now.
All it really changes is like the base stats you start with and what level you start at. And having a lower starting level is good because it means that you'll get your first few levels very easily. It doesn't make a huge difference, but like, you know, there are definitely advantages to like, okay, those guys start at level 5, so like, you know, it'll be very easy to especially if you're trying to increase their already pretty high arcane, like, you know, you would reach the next arcane levels really quick. So like getting them from 5 to 10 and putting all of it into arcane would probably be the fastest way to get a high arcane stat, which would be like the logic behind choosing a class like that, I would think. Whereas like, you know, it just really depends on what like I really think that choosing a class is more for if you're trying, like if you already know what you're doing and you're trying to get it done quick, then like when you first start the game, choosing a class will give you a bigger advantage. Whereas if you don't really know what you're doing and you don't really know what you want out of the game, it's not as big of a deal because you're probably going to figure out what you want to do as you go.
Samurai.
Alright.
Boy or girl?
Is that what that means?
Type A or type B? Yeah. Oh no, it's just
buff or slender.
Okay, you can only be a guy in this game? It's kind of sexist. Oh, but doesn't he have really heavy armor? Because he's a samurai?
Probably.
Okay, and that's bad, right?
Someone said Mike and game are on the same level, but master audio is too low. Here, can I turn up the master audio?
I turned up the master
Make the game audio a little quieter compared to your voice. Alright, let me alt tab. Alt tab, please. Thank you. Test. I'll just turn up this more. Test.
Some lead.
Test. Test. Ah!
Jeez, you don't have to do that. That was
It
scary.
helps. It helps to let me know the limits because you kind of want to be like right under the limit always. Like everything is like built around expecting you to be just below peaking, basically. All right, you can go back to the game.
I'm
I think
peaking.
we'll be fine.
I'm peaking. I wasn't actually peaking.
Okay, let me go advertise this stream on the Tweetar.
I'll pick hero then, because you were into the hero class. You said you like.
I
the
like
big
to
axe.
go big strength, big health because that's the easiest way to bowl through these games.
What should I call it? Pogrom.
Pogrom!
Do you want to help me design this character's appearance?
Yes. But
Okay.
first I have to advertise this. So you just figure stuff out for yourself and tell people why you're doing what you're doing for a little bit. Tell them why. Tell them every seething detail.
Well, you see, there's this race called Newman, and you know, like Seinfeld Newman, you could run around saying, "Hello, Newman. That's me. I'm Newman." There's Night Folk, which are gray people, apparently. Draconians, which I would hope are related to dragons, but they seem like just darker gray. Reedlander, I don't know, that's kind of like pale with black hair, and obviously this isn't representative of all the races. Hair colors and skin colors. I don't even know anything about this game. Except for that there's a ring that was broken apart.
You know, it was written by George R.R. Martin.
Yeah, and I have not seen most of Game of Thrones.
In collaboration with Hidetaka Miyazaki.
Whoa, Northerner looks buff. Look at how buff the Northerner is.
Whoa, hell yeah, pick that. She looks like she could fucking... Oh no, that looks like Mikasa as a fucking Titan. I like the buff lady has the legs to go the distance, I think.
The buff lady has... Well, you
both
can
the
probably...
Loner and the Northerner are pretty fucking diesel.
Diesel? You don't want to be Newman?
Newman! You can be whatever you want. You're the controller. You're the character. You have to embody this character.
I want to be
I
this
am merely
person.
an observer. I will have my own character when I play my own run.
Keepsake.
Oh, that does look
based.
It looks deeply cool.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? That looks sludge. It looks straight sludge.
Yeah. All right.
No question.
Pogrom. All right, let's go. Let's go play the Elden Ring. I won't skip cutscenes because it's a new game.
This is a goddamn video game. Waposa says he's pretty sure he made this game.
He made this game?
Yes, all by himself.
That's incredible.
Congratulations, well done. Congrats on all the 10 out of 10 scores from reviewers.
I'm so happy you're watching us.
I'm so happy that anybody's watching us. And also, I'm so happy dancing while the Grim Reaper cuts, but he can't get me.
There's a cutscene going on.
We watched this. You and I have seen this cutscene.
They might not have.
Well, that's their fault for not being us. Everything that you do that's not the same is different. Will this stay up when you stop being live? Yes, probably. I usually put them in, I usually leave all the live streams unlisted in the every YouTube video featuring the Golden Witch playlist, which is on the channel. So even if they're not like on the videos tab, they're usually still available in there. Most stuff is. That guy has a sword in his back. That looks painful.
He was the first to perish, apparently.
Soon, Marika's offspring, demigods all.
I am watching an Elden Ring.
Of the Elden Ring.
Cutscene with you. That girl is
The
cute.
mad taint of their
Super chats?
newfound strength,
Yeah, where's the super chats? Bringing them in.
the shattering.
Is that what you were trying to tell me?
A
Thanks for the
war
tip about the
from which
playlist. No
Lord
problem.
arose.
I spent way too much of my life on this game in the last 2 weeks.
A war
I
leading
can't
to
wait. I have not played this yet.
by the
You
greater
just bought this
will.
today.
It
Bird.
looks cool. I saw a lot. There's a double jumping horse. That's what I'm most excited
That
about.
got me
Rise
so
now,
fucking hyped when I
ye
heard that.
tarnished.
Because
Ye
already
dead,
the fact that you can jump
who yet live.
is pretty sludge.
Can you not jump in other Souls
No,
games?
you could not jump in any of those games.
That's kind of lame.
You can
Speak
jump in
to us
Sekiro.
all.
We can grapple in Sekiro.
Yeah,
can't
it's
you?
more as a means to grapple. Wait, can you even jump in that game? Or can you just grapple? I'm not even
Chieftain
sure.
of the
I think you can jump
Badlands.
in that game. Because I think you can like jump and climb type deal.
I think these are people I'm gonna have to fight. It's hard to tell.
Sekiro is a very fun run around game. That's my favorite thing about it. Is that like,
This guy looks cool, even though he's loathsome and called Dung Eater. That's not appealing at all.
Sekiro is like the most satisfying world to traverse in any of the games, but it's so fucking hard. I couldn't get that far in it, and I was stuck at like 7 different parts at once because you can go in a ton of different branching paths. And I've heard that this game is similar, where like, you know, if you get stuck on a boss, you can just go do a totally different fucking train of levels for hours on end, and then, you know, get stuck somewhere else, go find another big branch to go on until you finally break through.
Hey, Grace is blessing me right now.
But when it came to Sekiro, I just didn't realize how forgiving the parry mechanic was, so like I wasn't really using it that much because I was afraid.
Do you think I can parry?
I don't really know how it works in this
They
game.
don't really tell you how to play the game in this.
No, they don't usually. Well, there's usually like a starting area where there'll be like little glyphs on the ground that just say like press this button to do this for like the basic moves until you fight the first boss. But the first thing I believe that happens in this game is we played like 1 minute before the stream to test out and make sure everything works, and it was like you ran out into an area, a boss appeared, killed you, and then you appeared somewhere else. So I guess since you just made a new character, we get to see if you can defeat that boss this time
And let's look at my
without
character
getting
again,
killed.
because it's pretty cool. Cool character.
This is a
Look
neat
at this guy.
spawning area. I didn't realize you spawned in like a cathedral. What is that? Pick that up. Tarnished wizened finger? Was that
Wizened
this?
finger. Let's read this message. Likely loyalty.
You should go into your inventory and read the description of the finger.
How do I...
There you go. Okay. Used to write messages to other worlds. Okay, that's what you write the messages with.
What messages?
The ones that are all
Oh!
over the place.
Okay, so can I use it now?
Yeah, anytime you want, probably.
Okay.
You can jump in Souls if you run, technically. Yes, that's true. There is a jump mechanic in Dark Souls, which you have to use to get to a lot of stuff, but it sucks. And it is, I mean, I'm sure probably the implementation of the jump in this game probably requires you to do some fuck shit similarly, but being able to double jump on a horse, that is just insanely satisfying. And like, to me, I come to this franchise for how satisfying the combat can be, depending on how you play it.
Sorry to interrupt. It seems like heavy attacks are shift click.
Right,
and
you're
then-
doing this keyboard and mouse.
Yeah, and then everything else is just...
I'm definitely impressed with how fucking smooth the animations look on the character. It's a step up for sure.
Yeah, it looks great.
Because the environments, this just looks like Dark Souls 3. Like, if you told me that this was footage of Dark Souls 3 I was looking at right now, I would absolutely believe you. Which is fine. I love that game. I love the aesthetic of that game.
How do...
Everything I've seen of this game has a lot of gold, a lot of yellow. I don't know if that's like persistent or if it's just in these early areas, but I guess we'll learn.
What should I write?
Fuck ahead. No fuck ahead.
Still no.
Still no.
Still
fuck.
no bitches.
Yeah, still no bitches.
Didn't
Visions of bodies being burned. Candlesticks in the dark. Visions of bodies being burned.
These are some strange templates.
So those are the things that you can fill in the blanks with, I guess.
Okay.
Let's see what the chat has to say. There's a pit you can jump in that will teach you mechanics. You can skip the tutorial pit entirely.
Where's the tutorial bit?
Look for a ghost in a chair if you want the tutorial.
I'm gonna write concepts. Oh.
Jumping was important for avoiding sweep attacks in Sekiro. That's right. I do remember. Hello and thank you for the stream. God bless. Thank you too, Kia Ike. I think that's how it's pronounced. Y'all found the loathsome dung eater yet? No, we just started.
No.
We're in like the first room.
He was in the intro though.
Oh, was he?
Yeah.
I see.
Maybe we'll see him first.
Wait, did you find the hole? Did you want to go do find
No,
the
is that
tutorial hole?
here?
They said something about a ghost in a chair. Did you see any guys in a chair, ghosts in a chair?
Not
back there?
here. Do I have to go through the first
Did you
boss?
fight anybody around here? What's
No.
the dash key? Probably hold spacebar
I
maybe
don't
to run?
Like that?
That's just a one, like that's a dodge, but I think if you hold that button it'll let you run.
Yeah, whoa, cool.
Yeah.
Hole I can jump in.
I liked your Souls and Bloodborne vid. Would love one for Sekiro in this game. That would be interesting. I honestly like.
I don't see any holes.
I don't know that much about this game yet, but it seems way more on target with the Souls games than with Sekiro. Because Sekiro was like the only one where it wasn't a customized protagonist. It's just like you play as this guy in this story, and it was more singular. Whereas the other games all kind of like have this hazy quality that bleeds them into each other in a way. And even though like Bloodborne and Demon Souls are in different universes, there's a lot of similarities. And this obviously feels extremely similar. It's not to say that Sekiro didn't have a lot of similarities, it's just that it was... This feels more like a step back into Dark Souls 3 territory than it does a continuation of Sekiro to me. Maybe that is the video. I don't know. I'd have to... I haven't played this yet, so I'm not going to talk about it too deep.
Oh, damn. I'm dead, I think.
Yeah. But luckily it expects you to die there. The yellow sky is so sick. I agree. It is sick because it's like by which is called sick in England. I'm 75 hours in, towards the end, I'm pretty sure. That's a lot of hours.
I don't think I'd be towards the end if I was 75 hours in.
I would recommend using a controller if you have one.
I'm not good.
Bird is pretty insistent on using the controller and mouse.
The keyboard
And mouse. That thing. You've never been like a console gamer, really.
Not really.
You've never
The
really
GameCube.
experienced a lot of controller. The GameCube was the one console you spent more time with.
And the Wii.
Wii you like to play.
Wii's cool. Wii Sports was great.
Took me 97, said somebody, hours. I assume maybe.
Oh,
I'm wondering
it's
if-
a horse.
To those of you who said 75 and 97 hours, was this your first Souls game, or was this... And is that a normal amount of time for you? I'm curious.
Sorry, what was the question?
About the amount of time it took them to beat the game, because... Like, a lot of people when Demon Souls and Dark Souls first came out, took them, like, an eternity to beat. And, like, my friends who were playing it, like Vic and Donson and all them, like... 60 to 90 hours for the first playthrough of each of those games. But then after everybody got good, then it's like there's no way it would take you more than 20 hours to beat them, you know? So like when I played through all the games finally, when I figured out the secret of just strength and vitality, it was like 31 hours to beat Bloodborne, and then like 24 on Dark Souls, 22 on Demon Souls, 22 on Dark Souls 3. And that was like, I beat that within like the weekend it came out. So I'm wondering if this game is like substantially longer, if it would just like, if it will take me with all that experience 90 hours or 70 hours or whatever, you know.
Flask of Crimson Tears.
I'm sure it will take me more than
Flask
20.
of Cerulean Tears. Oh, that's for magic stuff.
More than 30. Ghost in the Chair, the boomer version of Ghost in the Shell. The Ghost in the Chair is further on, you won't miss it. It's past the doorway you were about to go through.
This doorway, probably.
Cobweb. Oh yeah, this seems like a place where you'd meet a ghost in a chair.
Reach out and touch grace.
Lost grace discovered. Your first Souls game will always take you the longest IMO. Elden Ring would probably take you the longest if it's your first. Yeah, that's what I'd imagine. 97 hours, Souls veteran with dozens of playthroughs, but this is an open world, and I about 90%ed it. However, even without that, the game is substantially longer. Okay. Okay, you walked past the ghost in the chair, lol. I'm 54 hours in and not even halfway. It's at least 100, and even that feels like missing a lot of the cool stuff in the game. You gotta backtrack a bit.
Oh, this guy.
Hey, it's a ghost in a chair. What do you know? He's not in a place where Why did you... Well, you survived that. That actually
That was what we were supposed to do. Using items. Are using
do
items.
what? That was what you were supposed to do to do what?
Learn how to do things.
Oh, it's just to go down here? You didn't want to talk to the guy in the chair?
You're not supposed to talk to him.
I see. Well, he seemed like a nice guy. He was just a sad ghost man in a chair on a cliffside, strangely. Alright, well, we're down in the tutorial area now, so we can learn all the... Hey, there's a boy. Have you actually killed him yet?
Yes.
Okay. Well, that guy is now on the list. These guys look like they were in a court. And now they're skellies. I bet they were just like dumbass nobles. Like in Legend of the Galactic Heroes or Berserk. They're
Is this
just,
like
assholes.
are these are easy guys, right? They're all dying in one hit.
Yeah, well, it helps that you have the axe and all. So like being a strength-based build, like if you keep your strength and your weapon upgraded like very regularly throughout the game, in Dark Souls at the very least, you will almost always kill everything in one hit, unless it's like a tougher enemy, and in case it'll take like 2 or 3. But like, you know, the way I play these games is that it's so satisfying to just crunch through the enemies in a couple of hits with that big strength. But it does require you to, you know, be like very up to date on your weapon upgrades, because that's really where most of the power comes from in your attacks. Do you think being open world is beneficial to the Souls series? I have nothing to speak on it yet. I haven't played this game at all. I mean, ultimately, most of them are open world. So, like, it's funny that, like, there's been a lot of to-do about this being specifically an open world game. And I have to imagine that it means there's, like, big fields that lead to multiple places, like in Zelda or something. Like, I don't really know what the difference is yet because I haven't played it. But like Dark Souls 1 is an open world game. Bloodborne is fairly open. You know, it's like Dark Souls 1 has the most branching paths of all of them. But even Demon Souls you can play in a lot of different orders. So like, I don't know. To say that this one is more specifically open world, I guess I have to see what that means. So far, this feels like a level, you know? I mean, this is the tutorial spot, but, like, everything that has happened so far has been in a level, so I have not seen this open world. Talk to the ghost. Yeah, we figured that out. How did you beat the 4 kings from Dark Souls?
I didn't.
No, they asked me. I probably used pyromancy, because I'm pretty sure they go down real easy to pyromancy. And if I'm remembering correctly. Or like, you can like run in, spam fireballs at them for a bit, and then like put fire on your sword. And they don't have a ton of health, so like, if you do the fight well, it doesn't last very long. So, yeah, I think I'm thinking of the correct boss in the Abyss. It's very Zelda-esque, people are saying. Bosses are absolutely trash in this game. You're a DS1 character fighting Sekiro bosses. You have to level up to beat them. I hate it. I guess I'll find out how I feel about that. So far, the only boss I've seen is the big ball of swords man.
Big ball of swords, man?
Yeah, the thing that killed you.
Oh, yeah.
He was just like
he had
a ball of swords.
He had a bunch of arms.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
Traversed. Oh, no.
What's
That's not
gonna
good.
Be on the other side? Oh, you got blood all over you.
Yeah, I've been killing things.
Good job. This looks like a boss arena.
Oh.
Soldier of Godric. Oh, there's the guy. He's coming at you. What you gonna do about it? He looks kind of like a sunbro. He's got a similar type of color scheme. You might want to raise your camera sensitivity there. Not right now, because there's no pause in this game. Don't forget that middle click will lock out.
Oh, yeah, thanks.
Big sword man. I can't do the music for it, so I'm just making sure. Oh, you did a shit ton of damage, so you can just get like 5 hits in a round. Would be good.
How do I use items? I forgot.
I don't know what the key is. Probably E or R.
It is R. Cool. Alright. Is he healing? No, he just was stopping for some reason. Oh god, that's a killer move, bud. That's wow. Oh god. Oh god.
This is on PC. This is currently Steam. Purchased today. First time play. Oh my god, I don't know how you're still alive. Nope.
Dang. I got pretty close though.
That was decent. It was alright.
I wonder if this is even like a real boss.
I think so. It has a name, so.
Choose last sight of grace visited. I want to kill the guy.
Yeah, fuck that asshole. You can definitely beat him. You just gotta dodge left more often, because he's right-handed.
Oh god.
I have to say, though, the visual composition is great in Elden Ring, but yeah, the bosses. Well, someone said that the bosses being hard is a game well into the game's way of telling you explore shit, nerd.
Yeah, it's a huge open world game.
Yeah.
That's the point. I think, in a way, this is supposed to make the Souls games more accessible. Is to, like, make it a lot more grindy, and you have to level up, and you have to learn how to play a difficult game.
I actually think that this is probably, like, less grindy because you can go fuck off and do more other things. Like, and that's a huge part of, like, what people who struggle with the Souls games don't understand about them is that, like, you can go the wrong direction, because that's not necessarily common to games. I knew a guy one time who, like, just because of the fact that when you first reach, like, after you beat the first boss in the, like, tutorial zone of Dark Souls 1, then you are plopped down in Firelink Shrine, and you can either go left or right. And if you go left, you will fight these big-ass skeletons that are way too fucking hard for you at that point in the game. And the only reason to go over there is that there's a bunch of good weapons and items that are just scattered around that you can just run over, grab, and leave, and it'll make you way stronger at an early point in the game. Particularly the Zweihander, which is one of the best giant swords for like the first whole half of the game, is over there.
You
so,
had
like,
said I needed to fix something about my camera. Where?
Oh yeah, the mouse sensitivity. Click that up.
Up?
Yeah, because it seemed like you were struggling to make the
Let's see.
camera turn quick enough. That seems more accurate to your hand motion. Are you going to keep count of your deaths?
Well, I've died a couple times already, so nope.
Yeah.
Too late.
I would assume the game probably has a tracker somewhere in it, right? I don't know if they usually... I feel like the status screen might tell you. We'll find out. Most bosses will just be normal mobs like that soldier. The first boss most people find is the only one I would agree that leveling is needed for. You're going to keep count of your deaths. I thought the boss design was very good. I suck at Souls, but most bosses felt very fair. The only thing I didn't like is that they reused and reskinned a lot of them. That's not a surprise. Pro tip number 1 strat is run away to avoid mobs. They don't chase forever. Some of them do. I'm a Soulsborne Sekiro Neo veteran. Play everything under leveled. If you explore a level in some of this game, it's the easiest. But if you want to make the Soul level 1 runs, you're in for a bad time.
Oh god.
Fucking Neo, that game is really hard. You ever seen any of that? You know about it?
No, I don't.
That was like the first major Souls clone that was like really just like, hey, we're going to do Dark Souls again, but it's like impossibly long, structured more like an arcade game, and
okay.
has Diablo loot. Alright, enemy felled. Well done. It only took 2 tries. It was
Woo.
baller. I believed in you. And you succeeded. That is your lost runes that you had before.
Nice.
Got them all back. It's probably a good time to level up. Make it back.
Status?
You have to get back to the shrine to level up.
Oh.
Or
Well,
to the whatever the hell they are. The thing.
the
light.
points of grace.
Yes.
That's
the
so
grace
far away,
point.
though.
Wherever the nearest one is. I mean, there's probably another one past wherever you just
Yeah,
were.
so we'll just do that.
Just keep going and see if... Ooh, this is neat. In like a tomb kind of area. I guess that guy was... Like, you're still in that tutorial zone,
Yeah,
right?
that was
So that guy was like a
Pillager.
tutorial boss.
Yeah, new strength.
Strength.
Oh, it's like an emote, I think.
Oh, it's him. You're back here. You did it.
Oh, cool. Alright, so this way. Or wait, was there a thing of grace?
Talk to
it
the
was-
man. Talk to the
Can I
ghost
talk
man.
to him?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Take the plunge of learning your remembrance. Recall the arts of war and your warrior's blood.
I did that. You could probably talk to him a few times. Usually NPCs will have like 3 or 4 dialogues before they start repeating themselves, and then they'll say new stuff when you come back. If like you've beaten a major boss or something. Basically, like if you watch a cutscene, it's likely that stuff has changed.
Alright. Memorize spell.
But yeah, okay. I was talking about Neo, which is someone's favorite.
Oh, okay. I
So-
don't have any.
It's just that it's
Sword chest. What am
it's-
I?
It's
yep,
like Dark
leveling
Souls
up.
is samurais. What the
Flask.
hell is past time, dude? Click add charge to flask because you did start with that thing. Yeah, the golden seed, and that's gonna make it so you can now drink more. Oh, you have
Okay.
increase amount replenished by flasks.
But what about
What does past time mean?
just past?
Okay, it just lets you... I don't know what time means in this game. Maybe things are different at different times of day.
Maybe I can't level up yet. Sword.
Oh, you know what? You might have to go to a lady to... Or have a maiden or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you're maidenless.
I'm maidenless.
Um...
What are you trying to tell me here?
This game
Try
has...
lever.
This game looks fancy, someone says. It is a little
How do
fancy.
I try the lever? I can't.
I had to buy a controller for this game, mouse and keyboard not good. You seem to be doing fine. You did the whole tutorial.
Yeah, it's not that hard. I don't know. I've always played video games with a mouse and a keyboard. So, I don't know. Some people need auto aim. That's fine.
Wait, the chair ghost actually has lore.
Oh, well, if you know he has lore, don't you know what it is?
Oh, you've arrived at the place.
Wow, look, it's the
Oh,
Elden
it's
Ring.
the Yig tree! Yig Studio is named after that tree.
Yeah, this is pretty dope.
Except
this
that
is
not
what I
that
bought this for.
one, because they also named their tree after the same tree that I named my tree after.
All right, let's.
What is that thing? Look at that guy. He's
I'm
majestic.
touching Grace.
I'm not gonna fight that dude. It's difficult.
This, the map, cool.
Certain mobs appear at night. Bosses.
Tarnished, are we?
I'm 46 hours in. I'm definitely thinking this is the best Souls game yet. This is a Runes game. Thank you very much. It's in the same category as RuneScape, not Dark Souls.
I'm
I see a
maidenless.
whole level over there on the left. Do you see that up in the corner?
Huh?
You can see an entire level you're going to play later right there in the corner. It's amazing. Certain things happen at different time of day, and yes, you need a maiden to level up.
Well, dang, I guess I gotta get a maiden. Should I attack this
Shinbong
guy?
Says Pog. No, don't kill the NPCs. They're usually really tough, and they will keep coming at you every time you respawn. They will
Okay.
not just become friendly.
Acquire materials.
Erd Studio when? Honestly, I don't know enough about Norse mythology.
Be wary of strong foe.
I just like the Yig tree. I like Yggdrasil, as
That
I
guy?
like to call it.
Oh yeah, that's the tree guardian. I was
Yeah, I
told
would not
to
fuck
fight
with
him.
that dude. He looks tough as
What
shit.
should I do? Where do I go?
Anywhere that's not directly into the path of that guy. Even a meter away from him would be perfect. That way looks nice. There's cool trees over there.
Look, some birds. I bet I can fight them.
Big swamp. Any plans to watch Kimagure Orange Road, or are you too busy with the anime alphabet watching these days? I think that will probably be... So, okay. In case... or rather, because I know this is probably not clear at all. The anime alphabet series is intended to go forever. It's not just like one round, 26 shows. But the future editions of it will be themed based around different, themes, genres usually. So like the one I was planning to do second, though I might switch it up, it all depends on how I feel after we reach the end of the first round, is shonen. So I could, talk about all the big long-running shonen stuff that I didn't cover in the classics round. And then I want to do like a horror round, a romance round, stuff like that. So stuff that, whatever is like iconic to a genre, basically, that I wouldn't have talked about because there was just something else in that letter that I wanted to, will come up in a different round. And I planned out enough of them to last like 30 years. So, yeah, there's a lot ahead. So I might watch it at some point for Anime Alphabet if I do the romance one as one of the earlier rounds. This is all supposing I don't like die in the process or completely move on from YouTube as a career. But I basically just wanted to have like an iconic series in the way that I think it's like it's healthier as a brand, I guess, to have like a show that people can anticipate and expect to come out like every month, and it's always relatively the same type of thing, and it's always about a subject that whether you do or don't care about it, you probably should, because it's like, if you care about the medium, then it's important to it. So yeah, that's the conceit. You should sue them for stealing your logo. if they had shaped it into the letters YGG, then I would be upset. I think that's the most unique thing about the logo is just simply that it is also a word. I don't know how many people have even noticed that, because the G's are like, you know, one of them's inverted and all. But the logo is YGG in the form of a tree. It's deeply sludge.
Throwing dagger, telescope. Ooh, chain armor. That's fun.
Maiden appears after touching 3 graces.
I've touched like 4 or 5 at this point.
Goodbye for now.
I swear. Here, I'll even...
Reach out and touch grace. Did you touch this one before?
How do I... Yeah. There's supposed to be a way to fast travel. Oh, there we go. G. Yeah, look, there's like 5.
Maybe they're full of shit. Maybe you hit the wrong key. Interact with the glowing stake you passed near the last grace for multiplayer.
Oh, well, why... I don't have anyone to play
The
with.
genre idea is great. Also, hentai round when? Probably never. You know, I very briefly did the shtick of talking about hentai for OnlyFans, and I kind of ran out of ideas really fast, because it's... Like, I have ideas for hentai analysis, but they tend to be short and not that interesting, because, like, I don't know. I feel like the logic is pretty easy to see. There's not a, you know, it's part of the point of pornography, I guess, is that it cuts right to the heart of the matter. So, yeah, I don't know. It's not really worth the effort to go through, like, putting out an entire series on it when I have so few points really to make. There's also a lot of people who are way more passionate about hentai than I am. Like Joey the Anime Man, who could probably do a better job. You have to sit down at 3 of them. Have you sat at 3 of the graces that you've touched?
I sat at 2 for sure.
Okay, well, maybe that's the pogrom.
Ooh, a kukri.
So, just to explain this meme to everybody, since you named the character Pogrom, Castlevania. What do you think of the Netflix Castlevania show?
It's great.
You introduced me... Well, you didn't introduce me to it. I'd heard of it. But, like, you were a fan of it. You were like, we should watch it. I think we watched the first 2 seasons completely, right? Or at least we watched the first season together and then started watching the second one, and I think you might have just, like, gone to bed and left it on for me, and I watched a bunch of it or something like that.
How did I unequip my weapon? Where did it go?
Did you press... So there should be a button that is, like, to equip or unequip whatever's in the slot. Yeah, like that.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Okay, I see.
That would probably be the biggest reason people would play with a controller, is to have that closer to your hand, so it's easier to switch stuff on the fly. Anyway, what the hell was I talking about? I can't remember. Oh, I was asking you about Castlevania, the Netflix show.
It's good. Look at this, it's a turtle.
I was talking about how we watched a bunch of it. And in the first episode, there's a part where the main... No, it's Dracula. No, is it Dracula or the main character who says the parking line?
It's Trevor Belmont.
Okay. He says something about how there's all this pogrom going on. And, like, it really stood out to me because it's a word that I had heard, but, like, maybe once ever, and I didn't know what it meant, so I had to look it up. And then we watched the first episode again with your mom. We were staying at her house one night, just because it, threw something on, see if she would like it. And the pogrom line stood out to me again. And then later that like same day or the next day or something, we went to your brother's like I don't know if it was his house or just like his college.
It was
friend's
him and
house.
his college roommate's house. They all
Okay.
lived together.
And they just happened to be throwing on Castlevania Episode 1. So I ended up seeing it again and just like hearing the pogrom over and over again. It just
We watched that
really
episode
stuck
like
in my
3
brain.
times in one day. It was pretty crazy.
So it became that all I could think about of this show was the pogrom. And so I started saying it all the time. Pogrom. And then I started calling you Pogrom. Hey, Pogrom. Come here, Pogrom. And now the game character is Pogrom. So it's all Pogrom all the way down. If you don't know what Pogrom means, Google it! You should have already done that by now. If you didn't know what it meant. Just joined. How's it going? It's a total pogrom. Actually, it's going pretty smooth. Fuck that pig. This game is very lush. Looking at all of the greenery makes me happy. Kind of makes me feel like I'm outside almost.
You're touching grass.
There's a game that a lot of people love, Xenoblade Chronicles, that has really nice art design and big open areas, not unlike this. But because it was on the Wii, there's just like so much aliasing on all the grass where like you can see the edges of it so roughly. Like a lot of games have that issue, and the previous Souls games did not have the prettiest grass textures necessarily. They certainly would not have felt confident to put this fucking amount of grass on the screen at once. So it's impressive to see. It feels like we've come a long way. Because to me, the like art design of Xenoblade Chronicles was really just like overshadowed by how fucking jagged it all looked. And this,
I think I've got to go
it's
rest
just
at some ruins.
it's just mwah. And I feel like there's poppin' going on, but because it's like on layers and layers of shading and just so many fucking things, like it really does just kind of feel like the light is unfolding before you almost. Ooh, that was ugly. But we are streaming as well, and this PC is it's
great.
It's great, but it's not the most up-to-date modern super PC, you know. Didn't manage to get an update in before the market crash.
I mean, I don't know. It's still pretty great.
So much grass, such a sea of vibrant green, almost like Ireland.
Alright, I've sat down at 3 graces.
How are Victor and Shade these days? They're doing good. Victor, Vic and Hope is still a show that you can watch that still comes out sometimes, that you can learn about anything Vic and Hope get up to. And Shade is still working same job he's been doing for a long time. So yeah, they're chill. I saw them both recently because our grandma died on my dad's side. It was very tragic. But she passed in her sleep peacefully. So
Damn it. How do I get my horse?
I have no idea. I would assume that would probably come a little bit later, though.
What? Nah.
God, this is...
Alright, I'll go
This
fight
game is
someone.
nice to look at.
Alright.
It's crazy because it's like... when I went back to recently play Dark Souls on the Switch...
See, that guy had a horse.
There's definitely this feeling that like when you play Dark Souls for the first time, it definitely feels bigger in the sense that it's very threatening, and so you feel like this trepidation about like venturing too far in a way that this game doesn't have, because the enemies are more spread out and you're not like linearly being pushed through any kind of path. So like I definitely see the Breath of the Wild comparisons in a big way here, but the topography is different. It's like this game doesn't want you to see everything right away. Like, well, I guess that game didn't either, because you go to all these different areas, and just getting to the towers alone invites you to see a lot. But I feel like that game was more trying to like blow you away with the scale of it, and this game is more trying to blow you away with just how good it looks. I'm very curious to know, like, what are the boundaries of this open area? Like, how far do I have to run before it stops feeling open? I always thought it was funny in Twilight Princess. That game has, like, a lot more Hyrule Field than Ocarina of Time or, you know, Majora's Mask had of Termina Field. But, like, it's segmented, and each segment is really small, and, like, you get Epona and you just kind of cross it in, like, 30 seconds, and it feels like nothing. And that was, like, right before the age of open world games really took off and, like, made that kind of feel laughable. And even, like, the Wind Waker, like, as cool as it is aesthetically, the way that you traverse that open world, you know, again, it feels very small and repetitive compared to what would come afterwards. I think just because, you know, Nintendo tries to polish every element of the game they create, so if they're trying to make something massive, it's really hard to do that. And obviously this game has the same
God, this guy's fucking
ambitions,
strong.
but
I died.
I just think the visual design,
Oh no, my runes.
FromSoft just has the best visual team. They're
Okay,
so
they
fucking
want me
good.
to keep coming back to this place. I'm gonna go back to this place.
You can farm any item the mobs are wearing or holding. You can two-hand any weapon by holding E and left-clicking. Pogrom is a pretty dark name, if I heard you right. Pogrom. Someone said, wait, there's a cave here? So much for my 97 hours. So I guess you already found a cave someone didn't know about. It smells like cleaning supplies all of a sudden.
Yeah, someone might be here.
I might be cleaning the bathroom. Try the grace near the entrance to the castle. Follow the lines of grace to eventually get your horse. Go
Which
into
one?
the church
Which
near
castle?
the big horse
The
guy
one-
when you stepped outside is a useful place too.
What?
Going to the church near the big horse guy when you stepped outside is a useful place too.
Big horse guy.
Follow the lines of grace to eventually get your horse. Try the gates near the entrance to the castle. Reminds me of Mononoke. Third death. I hope it's not Pogrom. Why not? What's wrong with Pogrom? That's the Castlevania line. That's the thing the guy says. There's a real pogrom going on.
The church here, this thing, that's where I came from. Is that what you mean?
Probably? Was there a grace outside of it?
Yeah, I can see it.
Sit at it. And see if there's a horseman around it somewhere. I really like the big tree that's behind it. Oh, not that man. Maybe that is the big horse guy. Oh, okay, yeah. They're talking about the church near him.
No, sir, please. No, sir, please.
He's literally even called a sentinel. It's literally just Breath of the Wild. The sentinels were they should run away from because they're too strong. Wait, if you sit at the thing, he'll disappear. Well, if you take the elevator, he'll definitely disappear. Kind of a lot of effort, but... Castle entrance is left of the guy that killed you. No, you're standing right beside it. Now you just passed it. Pogrom is a word for a lynching of a Jewish hoarder. apparently.
A what?
According to
A
Elusive.
quarter?
I don't
What is a
know.
quarter?
I have no idea. I guess an amount of people. My research gave me pogrom as a big chaotic event, such as
Which
like a
does sound
riot.
correct. Alright, give me... Okay, I'm resting. Wow, cool. Do I talk to...
Illusion said it's like an old-timey word for a small-scale genocide.
There is one
Oh, I just had to talk to this guy again? That's annoying.
Not where you came from. You were beside it before. Lol. Use technique of running away.
Take care to listen. Are you familiar with
Yeah,
grace?
you should definitely talk to everybody a few times because they'll often
Gives
give you
life
stuff
to you tarnished.
on the second
You may
round.
also behold its golden rays, pointing in a particular direction at times. That is the guidance of grace, a path that a tarnished must travel. Indeed.
So far,
Grace's guidance
what makes me happy about the visuals of this game is that they are
you tarnished,
deliberately otherworldly
are meant to
and
follow,
kind of chaotic.
even if it leads you
Um,
to your grave.
As somebody who has spent a lot of time now traveling, especially around the American Midwest, like Breath of the Wild specifically popped into my mind a lot as we were going around like Utah and stuff, because like the vibe of what's exciting about that game is like when you're driving around those places and you look at those mountains and you think, oh, I'd love to go up there. Like that game lets you go up there, but it's nowhere near as impressive in the game as it is in real life, because games just are not at the not even that games aren't at the capacity to like capture the scale, that it wouldn't be fun. Like it wouldn't be fun to attempt to actually climb like the height of mountains that exist in real life unless that was the entire game, you know? Like it's such an ordeal. So like I understand why like exploration games, even when they're like empowerment fantasies, if I get to climb everything and get to go everywhere, just like can't live up to the majesty of real life, but what they can do is add a dreamlike quality to it, you know? And like to me, the best part of Demon Souls and the Dark Souls games is that they imbued this like weird horror creepy element with all these unique designs and like the Lovecraftian angle, you know, that it's not just straightforwardly like realistic medieval fantasy. And the third game had like the strongest aesthetics in regards to like taking medieval fantasy and then doing something to it, you know, to elevate it into this grandiose, horrific state that just looks incredible. But this game, and I should also touch on Sekiro, because that game was beautiful too, but it was all about, you know, looking fairly realistic. It was, again, like, it was doing to Japan what it had done to medieval fantasy with Dark Souls, like adding this horror edge, adding in the supernatural edge, but still trying to keep it fairly grounded. I really appreciated all that, but to me, when you start going aesthetically overboard and really doing crazy stuff is when it really, you know, justifies the gaming experience over going out into the real world and just looking at stuff, you know? And so, like, Bloodborne, like, that's an experience I'm not going to get of just the crazy gothic architecture in that game. And this game, like, you know, just the wackiness of how the land is laid out with all the trees and all the golden shit and all the like crazy stuff going on in the distance. Like, it doesn't look like real life. It's elevated, it's fantastical, and that makes it interesting. I have always said that I wanted one of these games to be like in more of a pinks and purples, like pastel approach, but the yellows are an unexpected direction. I've never really seen a game take the approach of looking so like
How do
yellow.
I parry? Do you know?
That thing you just did with your shield?
Oh,
Where
that's parry.
Yeah, that would be to like knock their sword away
Okay.
and then fucking...
Here's this again. What's in here?
Have you sat at 3 of those yet?
I've sat at so many of them. None of them
Okay.
have done anything. I don't know what is happening. Look, some dogs.
Ooh, those are scary. If you drop off a surface and press attack, you'll do like a falling attack usually in these games, and that's usually strong too.
Ah, whoops. I failed.
Oh, very fast. Let's see what the chat is talking about. The dust coming off the grace points in the direction you need to go.
I saw that, but it wasn't really telling me where to go.
And it shows on the map.
Oh, well.
Corridor as in living quarters. There is some spectacular lighting / landscape combos in this game. I'm so glad the artists went this hard on making the game beautiful. Agreed. Death Stranding came pretty close to portraying the challenge and drudgery of real life hiking. That's true. I do want to play that. Because it seems like fucking madness. I just don't want to have to sit through the movies and movies of cutscenes that are in the game. I've heard tale of their clumsy writing, but like, you know, I talked about this in my video, We Have Forgotten Love, that like it helps to have a certain amount of like patience and forgiveness towards media, you know, if you're like trying to figure out, like, a lot of people have complained about how bad the writing is in that game, but like what it's trying to say seems interesting, and so I might be willing to, you know, to like put up with all the bullshit. It's just like a matter of being ready for it. Like, if you go into a game hoping for like a 10 out of 10 experience, and then you sit through like 2 hours of really fucking weird cutscenes, and then the game is weird, and then it takes a long time to pick up and really understand what's happening, then like, you know, I understand why that would be like a huge struggle, but like being years removed from it, knowing about it, knowing like what to look out for, what to be ready for, and everything, makes me feel like it's the kind of thing where I could sit down and say, all right, I know the first 10 hours of this are gonna be like a drudge, so let me just set aside a day, you know, some rainy afternoon, to just put the game on and let it show me things for a couple hours, and then go, okay, I'm ready to play this video game now. I really like those blue flowers. Those are great. Dark Souls is historically accurate. You won't parry if you don't have endurance. The grace just north of the Gatefront ruins is where you get your horse. I don't know if anyone told you yet, but this game has a jump button. The jump attacks are great. An openish world in a purple pink color palette sounds like the game Paradise. Very different, but you might quite enjoy it, Trixie. I'll look into that. Is Bird new to the Souls games? Yes. Hence the title of this live stream. That he is a Souls noob. Although you have not been doing poorly. You've been doing fine. I've seen... maybe it's part of just the way this game is designed, but usually I've seen Souls players like approach it with a lot of trepidation. Like, maybe because of the reputation for hardness, they look at each enemy with fear and kind of like are overly guarded and not willing to just go in and attack. And like, it also helps, of course, this build is strong as shit and you're just killing everything in one hit. But like, that is the right way to do it. It's just kind of run in and smack them.
What's the map button?
I do not know.
I forgot. Oh, I did it. Okay.
Don't
so I want to go here. So
Donut,
that's
donut.
near the cave. Alright.
At least the intro sequence to catch the vibe would definitely be worth at least a Piratum IMO. Have you listened to J-Rock band Buck Tick? I have. Particularly the Shiki opening. Kuchizuke! Love that song. Don't really know any other Buck Tick songs. I've heard other stuff, but there's nothing I've listened to like regularly, except for that song. But it's really good. Buck Tick is like one of the first Visual K bands, as I understand it. You ever heard of Visual K?
No.
It's K as in K-E-I, but...
Like K cars?
No. But anyways, it means style.
Oh, so is she in the... Oh, those are just my lost runes that's on the map. Okay, I don't care about that. I'm trying to find the lady.
But yeah, visual K basically means like visual style bands, and it would usually be like very gothed out, like, you know, dudes in makeup, Japanese bands that play like, they usually have a singer who's like, oh, he's all vibrato heavy and stuff. And Buck Tick was like one of the big ones in that genre for a long time. But I'm by no means a visual K expert. That was the stuff that the girls in
So this
Japanese
is the place
class
I'm
in high
supposed
school
to
were
be
into.
in, right?
I suppose to is a strong word for a game like this. Huh, I thought that would have made that guy get backstabbed. Have you done any backstabs?
Yeah, a couple.
Yeah. Oh, get out of there. Roll back. Heal. That guy's fast. Alright. The story in Death Stranding was the strongest part. I don't mind the cheesy dialogue, maybe because I'm used to it from anime.
Oh, I died.
If it's only as cheesy as anime, then it might not be that big of a problem. So I've of Control, because it was on a Steam sale, and I figured it's probably the most advanced game that my computer can handle. And it handled it for 3.5 hours, and the only reason it crashed finally is that I was at like a save point, which functioned very similarly to the ones in this game. Like, you can only upgrade and stuff there, and like I think I just like exited and re-entered the save point too quickly and crashed it. But it's pretty fun. It's a third-person shooter game where you can use like psychic powers to throw stuff at people, and you have like a dash ability and stuff. So it's a very like fast-paced, run-around shooting type game. And the weird part about it is that it's set inside of the Bureau of Control, which is basically like a generic... They work with the CIA and the FBI, but they're not either of those. It's basically the setting from Inside Job. And the main character, like, who you play as, just like becomes the director at the start because she picks up this gun that's like a magic gun. And the whole game is set inside of what they call the oldest house. So it's like an office building, but it's called a house, and it's constantly like transforming, and there's all kinds of like supernatural weird shit going on. The music and sound design of the game is really fucks with your head. It's like it's very alarming, and also, what's the word I want? It's a tense environment. Threatening. That's the word I'm looking for. It's a very threatening, like, audio-visual environment, which is funny because the game is not especially hard. I have died a bunch in it, but, like, it doesn't feel threatening because the enemies are scary. It feels threatening because the environment is scary. But the main reason I brought it up is because the fucking dialogue is, like, nigh incomprehensible. Like, the main character seems to have, like, a dissociative identity, or at least a headmate of some kind that she's talking to all the time. And, like, you never really have a full grasp on what the hell is going on in the setting. You pick up all these, like, little scraps of paper that tell you shit, but, like, it's always like, here's a list of stuff the company bought recently or whatever. So it's, like, very piecemeal putting together of this story, but everything that everyone says is so ridiculous and unbelievable and, like, over the top that, like, you can't really take it seriously as a story, but it's very effective.
Hey, it's working.
As horror. Yeah, it's finally happening. Nice robe.
Greetings,
Hello.
traveler from beyond the fog.
She's got a
I
cute
am
mouth.
Melina.
That's all I can see.
Is the wine
Nice
still in here?
clothes. No, I put the wine back.
Whoa, look at her eye.
I offer you an accord.
Oh, that's fucked. Alright, somebody asked what YouTubers I've been into lately.
Have you heard of the
Actually,
I like
what-
TFL. They're fun.
That's the, which
The
one?
truck guys.
Two fingers?
Which
Offering
truck
guidance.
guys?
They're like a whole network. There's a bunch of them, and they review a bunch of different cars and trucks and stuff.
Did you
Are they the up and down headlights? No, that's Donut
That's
Media.
Donut.
Our maiden?
Donut's fun too.
Which one is TFL?
I can play the role of maiden.
They've got a guy named Roman.
Is that the really loud dude who reviews the cars very
No,
enthusiastically?
that is Doug DeMuro.
Okay. And then you got the old guy.
Need only
The
two
old
fingers.
guy.
And
Oh,
he's-
Scotty Kilmer. Yeah,
yeah.
he's great.
And then you've got Whistling Diesel,
Yes, he's also
who
great.
just wrecks cars.
Well, he doesn't
hilariously.
just wreck cars.
He mostly wrecks cars hilariously.
Summon me like
And it's pretty great. Whistling Diesel is
He's amazing.
he's one of the what I consider higher tier YouTubers in terms of like putting in a lot of effort and money into like really making something unique and exceptional, and also risk, just intense personal risk.
It will summon a spectral steed.
And the other one who falls under that category would be Reckless Ben.
Shall I tell
He
you
recently
that
snuck
my
into the Super Bowl. Did you see any of that? Did you watch
See
that
what?
video? Reckless Ben sneaking into the Super Bowl.
ambitions,
Yeah, we watched that together.
the
Okay.
principles
Um,
you would follow.
Yeah, he's got a lot of great fucking stunts and just ridiculous shit that he does.
Okay, so to level up, I get to have put a point into something. If I level up, I can put a point into
Yes.
something. Okay. I see.
Well, rather, putting a point into something will level you up, and therefore every level up it takes more than the previous one, so you have to be really thoughtful about where you put your points.
All right.
And it sounds like you got a horse already?
Yeah, but I'm not sure how to use it.
That's fucking wild. That's litty. Alright, a channel I only just found out about, and I don't know how it took me so long, is Thor High Heels, who I guess works with, I think it was Hazel, who mentioned them in a video, and I really like the channel because they talk about, like, it'll be a video like, what's the phrase they use? Not haunted, but I'm gonna go to the channel to confirm this exact word. Mysterious. They cover mysterious games, and it'll be like mysterious Dreamcast games, and just like 50 minutes of just like reviewing and talking about particularly weird, mysterious games for these consoles, and like lost media. Well, not lost media, just like forgotten gems, stuff that only came out in Japan. Like the thumbnails are always just like aesthetic chaos.
How the
They
fuck-
also make music, and they go really in depth on the musical end of the reviews, which I appreciate. It might be a little lopsided for people who aren't interested in music, but I appreciate it.
B, look. Double jumping.
Oh,
horse.
fuck yeah. This is now the greatest MMORPG ever created. This is like if WoW was good. This is like if Terra Online was better. This is like if Breath of the Wild was playable. This is like if Dark Souls had a horse that could double jump in it. I.e., perfect. There's no up from here. It looks very satisfying. The animation is incredible. Anyway, so yeah, Thor High Heels, recommend that channel. Fun Run, if you want more people, if you want more married couples talking over games and singing a lot, Fun Run is a good. It's Jeff Burgess, who I have been friends with and a fan of for a long time as a songwriter, and their partner, and the two of them play video games. It's a very standard Let's Play channel. It's just that, like, I haven't been watching any Let's Plays for a long time. Like, Game Grumps got really boring to me a long time ago. They ran out all their stories, basically. I kind of only listen to Ego Raptor when he, like, does solo interview type stuff. He recently was interviewed by the Anime Man, and that was really good. It was interesting to see the perspective he's at in his career, because I've always, I think Egoraptor is one of the people who probably is like the most similar to me in the way that their like attitude and thinking is about like life in general. But whereas he's like, you know, mainly focused on like animation and voice acting, I am good at analysis, and he like did analysis, but it's a thing that he kind of like seems to really struggle at when he actually does it, even though he was very, very influential in the few analysis videos he did. But you know, that was kind of before people like me turned that into like a YouTube genre. But you know, nonetheless, I can relate to his perspective a lot, and he says a lot of things in that interview that are like, oh, that's something that that's like a thought I've had and not been able to put into words yet, but now that I've heard you say it, you know, I understand it myself. But anyway, Fun Run is unrelated to all that, just a Let's Play show with some friends of mine that has filled in the comfy space of a Game Grumps or Digibros, because it is a lot like Digibros, mostly because of the fact that one of the hosts is prone to bursts of singing, not unlike myself or Egoraptor. So, you know, it's got a similar kind of atmosphere, I guess.
Damn, this one guy's hard.
Not as much of the long, rambling, one-sided analysis takes, though, as you'll get from me, specifically. Let's see. What other YouTube channels have you followed lately?
Yig Studio. Brian Lagerstrom. He's a cooking YouTuber. He's fun. I like Jack Mancuso, another cooking YouTuber. Senpai Kai is really cool.
Panic rolls for the win.
Toasted Shoes is a guy who plays a lot of video games, and he does mods. There's a guy named Barry Lewis who had a triple chocolate banana bread that looked really good that I watched today. The Creep Off, obviously. There's this French chef named Chef Jean-Pierre who's really fun to watch, and he's got a really over-the-top French accent, which I'm sure is just his accent, but he's really fun to watch. Shie just uploaded an album and a new video, which is great. Shie is an urban explorer. He's really cool. There's a new Cartnarks.
Cartnarks was fucking hilarious today. Oh my god.
But yeah,
I'm not even gonna say anything about it, but
it was pretty
funny.
wild.
Someone said, I hope this isn't too backseaty, but if you go to that big gate you see at the gate front ruins, there is a grace there that will get you the horse. I guess you already did that.
Yeah, I got that.
Control is a super sick game. The ashtray maze sequence is one of the best in video games, particularly because of the release of the mounting tension in the whole game. I haven't gotten there yet. I'm only 3.5 hours in, but I will look forward to it. Now that there is Elden Ring, I don't know that I'm going to immediately return to and finish Control. Like, my computer can't run this game, so this is running on birds, and I'll probably play it when he's asleep or not home, or, you know, just whenever. I mean, this game is fucking massive, so I'm not expecting to, like, just sit down and plop through it all in a couple sittings like I have done other Souls games. Breath of the Wild took me, like, a week of pretty consistent play.
Man, this whole horse combat thing's difficult. Where are my runes, though? I'm just after my runes.
The horse might be more of a way to avoid combat than to engage.
Sure.
So many dudes. You really got them all chasing you.
Oh, I see him now. Okay. I got him.
The double jumping horse is a spectacle for sure. I went with the samurai class and named my character Akane. I am weeb.
How how is the samurai class? Because, I mean, this is fine, but I'm really not enjoying not having some kind of long-range weapon, which the samurai class does have.
Ross asks, have you watched anything by the YouTuber Mr. Girl? I think he makes some pretty good shit. Yeah, I think so,
We
too.
love Mr. Girl.
Mr. Girl is pretty strong. I reviewed his album, Boundaries, on the Whatcha Reviewin' channel. You should go check that out. It was a 40-minute review, so I go really in depth about pretty much all my thoughts on Mr. Girl and his music, which is the part that I care about the most, probably. All the videos he does where he uses movie clips and is editorial essay style are usually really good and make really solid points. His recent attack on Dr. K, initially I was not behind it. I don't know how I feel currently. I like Dr. K's videos, and overall I like that the service he's providing exists, but I also appreciate that it shouldn't, or rather that it's against the rules for it to, and so I appreciate why, maybe he shouldn't be doing it licensed. So I don't know. It's an interesting conflict. I don't really want to weigh in on it too heavily because I don't want to be involved or anything like that. Bird is using KBNM. I don't know what that means. Is that a sexual joke?
I have no idea what that is.
There is no E on any gamepad I know. That's because he's on a keyboard. Glowing item under pillar along road is a map. Panic rolls for the win. Yo, how's Bird enjoying the game? What do you think so far?
It's good.
Playing for a little bit.
How do I equip stuff?
Press the button you want to equip it to. If you're equipping it to the left hand, press the left key.
Okay.
No, the left key. The literal
Oh, okay,
left key.
okay.
That didn't work. Okay, never mind.
Is that it?
Wait, were you in the equip menu?
What is that?
Go into your menus, equipment.
Oh, equipment.
As
Oh.
opposed to inventory.
I see.
Mounted combat is a viable way of fighting, definitely not just for running away. I recommend the channel Pig'em Hall if you want trippy ass
Pig'em
music
Hall
videos
is great.
with cute anime girls in them. I am actually a patron of Pig'em Hall. Just because I want that content to exist.
Oh, what?
I don't particularly
That's really
comprehend
cool.
it, or I don't know. They're very enjoyable to throw on and be like, yeah, I'm glad someone's making this. KBNM stands for keyboard and mouse, of course. I don't know why my mind went straight to oh, KY, it's got to be a sexual thing. Since a lot of Souls fanboys are here, how do you even defend the input lag on the dodge? People must be delusional to play this game for the combat mechanics. I need to play Sekiro to calm down. Lol. I haven't experienced it
I
yet.
think it's fine. I don't know. I'm doing okay.
I like to play Souls.
I don't think I have to kill these guys, so I'm just gonna keep going. I got a cool shield. Oh.
I like the big sky and the big trees. How are you preparing for World War III?
By letting you, the viewer, know that you can super chat us with some amount of money. I forget what it is, but will tell you to get some kind of weird rant, or something.
Should I start offering rants?
Of course.
Super chat $5, and
but
I'll rant about
ultimately,
something.
to buy me a truck. An old truck that will not be affected by the Russian EMPs or whatever is coming.
Yes. If anybody here has money somehow in this fucked world, and you can spare it, we don't have it.
Oh, I also
So
buy
we'll
a lot of
gladly
ground
take it.
beef.
Look at that guy. Look up. Look at that guy.
Oh no.
This looks like a scary place.
I'm gonna crouch.
I'm gonna crouch.
Oh no.
They already see. That's a lot of dudes.
Oh
and
no,
a lot
no,
of
no, no,
scary
no, no,
things
no.
going
Nope,
on. This
nope,
is not a
nope,
place.
nope, nope. Bye, guys.
It's not a place. This level is to me a trap.
Oh
That
no.
guy is fucking huge. Oh my god, he's not giving up.
I hope he does.
He feels the fire.
He yelled
and the
at me.
fury. I think he's done.
Is he? Oh my god. Is that the first boss? How do I kill that? What the fuck? I guess I have to level up. Holy crap. That was...
Literally cannot super chat you from this region. Move.
Move? That's such a terrible answer for that. We have PayPal.
Oh yeah, there are other ways to support
Yeah,
us.
God.
I was just like, yeah, whatever, give up. Well, they might not have PayPal in their region.
Well-
It's a very privileged take.
Cash App? I don't know what you're looking for here.
Yeah, at Golden Witch Fire on Cash App and Venmo. Those work. I should stop backseat. Lol.
You can backseat all you want.
Chest and back of cart.
Chest and back of cart.
Recklessness is definitely something that appeals to us. No wonder Dr. K uses it to his advantage in dangerous ways. Hey, I'm a longtime fan of your channel. Was just wondering, you will never be a real woman. Thanks. Wait, that took a turn.
That's really funny.
Well,
Just wondering.
You got banned. What was that name? Food and French shadow?
Is there a button to use the horse that I'm just missing? Because I have to keep going into my inventory to use it.
Cannot move. The borders are closed for the likes of me. Well,
Gosh,
that sucks.
that's no good. Is that because you're a pureblood?
Oh, a vampire?
No. What? No.
The last remaining original? Like Saya?
No, that's not what I mean.
I don't think... I
That's
think
a
that
joking...
That
yeah.
guy seems like he might be a hard man.
He does, doesn't he?
I would stay away from his huge cleaver.
You might...
He didn't do as much damage as I expected.
Yeah, no, I think I can get him. I just need to...
Most enemies in the overworld are best killed with drive-by tactics on a horse. Illusion says, I signed up for voluntary military training over here to have at least a slight feeling of having a handle on life, the universe, and everything. Those are a lot of things to have your handle on. Samurai class is pretty great. All I do is keep upgrading the katana, and it's gotten me pretty far.
I'm mostly hoping if I kill this guy, he'll give me his sword.
Hold E and directional pad. You have to put the horse in your main inventory.
I
section.
died. Well, I don't know how to do that.
You just equip it. Like anything else, I think. This stream is the first time they're saying they got married, or did I miss it?
Yeah, you know, we married, okay?
Yeah,
Like,
we just did it. We just fucked around and found out. That's the way you do it.
And, you know, if you happy marriage, us, woo-hoo, woo-hoo, we're
Trixie,
gonna try and buy a
your
house.
opinion on the game so far? I have not played it. I've only watched him play it, and it looks
Looks
dang.
really, really great.
It looks phenomenal. The thing about these games for me is that like the difficulty is secondary to the experience, just getting to run around and look at it. You know, like, yeah, you might be dying, but like it's gonna take a while before I get sick of being there, you know? Especially because this is so open-ended that like you're not gonna have that feeling of, alright, let me go kill those guys in that exact order again, you know, blop, 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 on my way, like you would going through, like, the Undead Parish or something like that. So, yeah, it's neat. You put the horse on your main inventory section. I already read that. There's a way to quick band an item, horse included, no idea how to on a keyboard. The binding area is in the menu on the right side. Trixie, what's your opinion on the game? Oh, I already read that. If Russians cross our borders, the nuking will probably already commence, and I don't mean a microwave. Oh.
Yeah.
Putin is in the place.
He's in either Ukraine or Poland.
Oh, good luck.
I know
Good luck
Lydia's
with that
in
war.
Poland. Good luck with that war.
Yeah, good luck with them wars.
Oh, fuck.
I didn't know they were invading Poland, too.
Yeah. I mean, you know, they're invading everywhere. It's
I
Russia.
don't watch the news at all.
Me neither.
I consume zero. Sometimes people around me are watching the news and I'll catch a glimpse of it. And it's amazing how much information you can get out of like 20 seconds in the same room as a television. Like, fucking making a sandwich and you'll hear like just an amount of news that, you're like, wow, I know everything happening in the world now, apparently. But on average, I don't look into it. Because I cannot do anything about it. Click over to the pouch, change, and add horse in inventory. Czech Republic is where Illusion is. Are they getting invaded too? Or are you just saying if Russia invades us? Did you equip the horse?
I'm trying. I don't know anything. I'm here, okay? Is it? No, it's
No,
not that
go
thing.
into there again. And now down where your Estises are.
Oh! Oh! The SD! Gosh, now... Oh, right,
Spectral
R.
Steed whistle. You could probably put that on any of the bindings so you don't have to have it on the same one as the Estus. Because that would be obnoxious to have to switch out all the time. Yeah, it's just saying you don't have the stats.
Okay. Well, should I keep trying to kill this guy?
No, why?
I don't know.
Go find some bosses to fight.
They're worse.
Not all. Some of them are easy. Was that a grace point? What was that?
I was getting my runes back.
Oh. That guy cowered. I
Yeah.
really saw them die and just went and cowered over by the wall.
I don't know if I feel good about that one. Oh, it's another horseman. Getting away from him.
They are not, in fact, invading Poland. Trixie, have you seen Dirty Pair? Only the movie. And it was pretty lit. Don't remember anything that happened, though. Apparently Avatar 2 is going to come out this year.
Oh yeah, huh?
That's the exact right reaction. It's been 13 years since Avatar came out. And I'm not talking about The Last Airbender.
No, I know what you mean.
Trixie, I know you're past the anti-B community of way back when, but do you happen to know where that community is nowadays and how to interact with it? I have no idea. I don't know I don't interact with anybody, so I have no idea where to find them. I'm looking at messages on my phone. It's telling me you paid for things like your phone and your internet.
Good job.
Cool. That's nice. It's good to know that I paid for my things. Actually, what this is telling me is that starting on April 9th, customers with my area code must enter the area code for all calls. I don't know why
Isn't
that
that
is.
true already?
I mean, it means like even in your own, like even locally. Like if you're calling somebody who lives in the same area code, you have to
I
dial.
thought you
the
had to
area
do that anyway.
You don't, but I usually do because That's just the way I think about the numbers.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. What should I do? I guess I could level up. I think I have enough points to do that.
Y'all play Katana Zero?
Y'all
Nope.
kids playing Catan?
The only video games that really get played around here is a whole lot of Apex Legends from Bird. And I usually play weird classic games or browser games. Like if Wordle counts as a video game, I've been on the Wordle. I like Minesweeper a lot. But I played some Fantastic Dreams Cotton. And I don't remember what else I played recently. Other than Control, which I already talked about. I tried to play Celeste, because I bought that too. And I couldn't get past the start screen. None of my inputs were working. I don't know why.
I could go
So I
towards
gave
this
up
big
and played
tree, I
Control
guess.
instead, which was fun, and I'm glad I played it. Yeah, that tree looks big.
There's a lot of them.
There are. Oh man, there keep being more as you get closer. It's neat. As you keep getting higher, eyes look like they're... Hey, we got 227 in euros, I think,
Nice.
from Hidden Music Island.
I think that means it was someone's like YouTube.
Thank you, Hidden Music
Thank you.
Island.
That's great.
Um,
If you didn't know that, YouTube gives you like a free super chat every month. And hey, you know, we're here. You can, now that you know, now that we told you, you can go to us.
Oh, YouTube like gives you...
Yeah, if you're like a YouTube premium guy,
okay. The
it
YouTube
gives you
Premium.
like a, or whatever, yeah, something.
It is called YouTube Premium. You're correct.
It gives you like a $3 little super chatterino
Don't
for
forget
your
you
homies.
can dash. Yeah, of course. Celeste is fun. I bet. It looks fun. I want to play it. But I couldn't get past the start screen. Elden Ring really opens up after the first area. I found the beginning to be a bit of a slog. I mean, it feels pretty open right now. I don't know how it feels to you because I haven't been paying that much attention. So, like, on the one hand, it kind of looks like you've been in the same exact, like, quarter mile of field the whole time. But on the other hand, I keep seeing new environmental aspects. So I don't know. It's hard for me to tell. Is this that fucking guy? Is this the Sentinel? He killed his horse.
Sort of like a
Oh,
sentinel.
he fucked you.
Oh, I died even? God
Yeah,
damn.
that sword went right through you.
Yeah, I'm trying to get his sword. I feel like I could probably get his
I
sword.
mean, the drop rate is probably like 10% or something, so
You're
I'm just saying. It might be higher. Who knows? Maybe it's excellent. I shouldn't rain on your ideal here because it really could be perfect idea to have that sword.
It's just
Look
confusing
at those
because
beams of light.
they are rainbows.
Rainbow, rainbow. My family did house a Ukrainian refugee family on Monday. Wow, good job. The entire map is available from the start if you know where to go. That's wild. His sword is called the Dismounter, so it's probably good against people on horse. That does sound about right. Show me potato salad.
Yeah, I'm trying to get it because I want to ride it, and you know, I want to be on horseback.
Cutting people down off a horse. First things first, I'm the meanest.
First things first, amaryllis, like the flower.
Alright. Describe to me this pudding I'm about to try.
It is butterscotch fried apple. One of my coworkers at the mountain made it.
Did you already have some?
I
of
ate
this?
mine already. Yeah,
How was
it's you know it's good.
it? It's it's good.
Yeah, it's good. I liked it.
Okay. It's good. It's different from it's it's good.
Oh god. Oh god.
Find out.
Oh god.
Oh god, I can't get this fucker open.
Yeah, it was a little tough for me too.
Ah, god damn it. He's trying to kill a guy. I'm trying to open a fucking pudding in a weird container. And I said, what about
Oh shit. No.
eating this pudding?
My horse died. Oh, I died.
Died.
Well, damn.
That's what she said. Oh my god, I can't get this fucking thing open. Can you open this pudding for me?
I guess,
I
yeah.
want to review this strange pudding on the show.
This
Live
show.
stream show. Yeah.
God, this is tough to open.
Listen to us struggle to open Tupperware right here on
What
the
the
Elden Ring live stream. Harder than Elden Ring, literally. This game is
There
very,
we go.
very pretty. Okay.
Mm.
Let's see if the taste is as difficult as the mechanism. It's got apple chunks in it.
Yeah.
It's like orange, yellow pudding. Maybe like a beige? What would you consider this?
It's
Cream
like orange.
color? Orangish cream color? It tastes like cinnamon, apple, and what else did you say was in this?
It's butterscotch pudding.
Butterscotch. Ah.
Butterscotch. Oh, yeah.
I've never had anything like this.
Yeah, it's very interesting.
I like it a lot. The bits of apple. It's like big, big appley chunks of like that baked apple. Well, not baked. I don't know how to describe it. Like a, like a cinnamon apple. Okay. That's enough pudding review for this live stream. Thank you all for coming to my TED Talk. Let's get the chat bag open. Okay. Mountain pudding. Oh, we just got 20 checks. 20 check dollars, whatever they're called. CZKs.
Thank you for the CZKs. Are they from Illusion?
They are from Illusion, and he says, it's time for a rant about geopolitics
Oh, God.
and / of stuff. So the thing about geopolitics, alright, here's my ultimate
Can
politics
I ask for a
take.
definition of geopolitics?
Here's my ultimate politics take. There's like 1,160 billionaires in the world. They control everything. And everything that happens is because one of them wanted to do something. And oftentimes it involves fucking over somebody else to get it done. And that's pretty much it. Follow the incentive. You'll always understand why something is happening. It's always going to be disagreeable to anybody who it doesn't benefit, and agreeable to anybody who it does benefit. So yeah, I don't know. Geopolitics. It's just a bunch of people convincing themselves that they can somehow affect something that they have no comprehension of why it's even happening in the first place. It's the only people who really understand why anything is happening are the people making it happen. And there's lots of people who are like helping them to make it happen, like complicit in it happening. They don't really understand what they are doing. And you can overhaul the system, like people can just decide like, hey, whoever's controlling this aspect of our lives that we don't like, we're just gonna fucking eliminate them. But somebody will take their place. Somebody will have their own thing that they're trying to do. Someone will amass power and find a way to fuck it up for everyone in a different manner. So, you know, it's just power trading hands between people who can do things while the rest of us maybe every once in a while rise up so that, you know, like, make things better for our immediate next generation. But it's just gonna get bad again. So hopefully that was a good rant. Did that seem like a good? That seem like a solid political take?
What was the take?
Billionaires are the only people with any actual power.
Yeah, sure, and that's why billionaires, if you're listening, buy me a truck and a home.
Buy us a truck, and a camper, and a house.
Yeah, all of it. You know, land.
You got billions of dollars. You won't even, literally won't feel it at all. You won't even notice it happened, except that you did it.
And you can feel happy about that.
Technically, there's nothing gated off in this game. You can go anywhere. Limgrave may be where you start, but you can go anywhere, even past Stormvale Castle without fighting. It's, though I won't how. Need a man to open the door. It's true. I did need a man to open the door.
When people say you're not a woman.
That horse battle confirmed that this is the best Souls game. Solid take, followed by someone else saying, terrible rant, I want my money back. You only get to say that after you've paid for your own rant. Fund your disappointment today. At least $5, and I'll go on about something like geopolitics. And spread my deeply sludge opinions that, you know,
whoa,
bad. Ooh. What's in this place?
a chest.
Doo-doo-doo-doo. A whetstone knife.
Whoa. Ash of War, Storm Stomp. What does that even mean?
Ooh.
Cool.
Ooh, that seemed like some
Could
fancy
this be a
shit.
trap? Well,
Don't forget about the old money secret trillionaires. The public ones in Forbes are new money upstart chumps and a front.
like Anderson Cooper.
Is he?
He's like, I think he's a Vanderbilt.
Oh, he's part of one of the big families.
Yeah.
Is he a secret trillionaire? Are there? I didn't know there were secret trillionaires. Ooh. Yeah, you know, secret societies. You know. Dubious notions of justice. And all that. If I pay in a currency you do not know, do I also get a discounted rant?
Well, I don't know how much money that costs, so
Let's find
I guess
out.
we'll look it up next time.
CZK 20 to USD. Not 2,000.
Nice.
Is less than $1.
Ha!
Well, you know, they are possibly getting invaded by Russia soon.
How do
so-
I do Storm Stomp? How do I?
Illusion is a known commenter, fan of the Void Gazers. We give him discounts because he's he's a long-time patron. But no, I don't know. Just give a fucking super
Oh,
chat.
cool.
We'll read it and respond to it. It doesn't really matter how much it is.
B, look at that. I can Storm Stomp.
Storm Stomp. The really funny part is that YouTube will let you put text into a super chat, because ordinarily you have to pay at least $2 US in order to even have text. But if
Yeah.
you if your money just isn't worth as much, they sort of relent and it's like, hey, you can't afford it. Trixie, do you have a favorite VTuber? No.
What's that rabbit that made fun of Ralph? Like Pippa or something?
I don't even know.
I think her
but that
name's
sounds
Pippa.
funny.
That was funny.
Yeah, I haven't really watched any. I like the design of
Guar.
But I've tried to watch her streams a couple times and I can't deal with her voice.
Well, then you can't deal with any VTubers.
Yeah, most of them, like, it's harder for me to listen to cutesy voices in English. I don't really know why. I do like Ikambokam! Ikambokam.
I forget what that channel is called, but they are great.
You don't need to know. They're just called Ikambokam. That's
Yeah.
all that really matters. Well, the super chats aren't coming in, so it's time to do the only thing we can.
Continue to play Elden Ring?
Yup. But also, it's time to shoot for the moon, because if you miss, you'll be in space.
What?
Space is the place.
You'll be among the stars.
Sky is the limit.
Jesus Christ.
That tree. Go to that tree. See if you can climb that tree.
Oh god, these
What
things
the hell
are
are
mad
those
at me.
fucking things? Just forget all this bullshit and go straight to the tree. No extra. No. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. I've got some kind of bug bite on my arm.
Riveting content.
Not happy. You know what's content? Fucking my mom. I think it's harder to deal with cutesy voices in your native language because you know that's not how people usually sound. I think that's probably a part of it. I think it also might be like, if it seems put on, it's easier to tell. But I also just think it's a matter of like how the language sounds. Japanese is an interesting language because it only has 5 vowel sounds and they're hyper consistent, and like I just think the language maybe not that like every high pitched voice in Japanese is tolerable, so I shouldn't like act like it's a blanket thing that it's just always like that, but there have been a lot more higher pitched voices that I could listen to in that language, and I think it's just about how the
what
language
should I
sounds.
put my thing into?
What are you trying to increase the most?
What? I don't know.
What's
I want
been
to
your biggest
kill people.
problem so far? What do you think is
Guys
holding
with
you
shields.
back?
Guys with shields.
Is it that you want to break through their shields more, or like
They have shields. That's my problem.
your best bet is to go around the shield, attack
Well.
from behind?
So what should I? Faith?
Is there anything you have found yourself running out of more often than you would like?
Health.
Then upgrade your vigor. Are you reaching for this drink?
Yes.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Spend 775 runes. Ooh! It definitely seems like it's steeper at the beginning than it was in Dark Souls. The moment I saw that tree, it reminded me of the tree Gon climbs in Hunter x Hunter. You
Nerd.
right. Does
Just
Bird have
kidding.
a favorite anime?
K.
K. what's so good about it.
It's really pretty, and I like the story. I think it's fun.
And that's your favorite?
I like Another too.
Another. I still haven't finished either one. We were watching K together at Butthole Weeb's house. We never finished it, but we were all really enjoying it.
Hey, look, some mist.
I missed you. Where's the PayPal? I need my rant on breakcore and the expressiveness of instrumental music. I'll tell you right now, before you even do that, I don't know shit about breakcore. So I wouldn't be able to really give you that much of a rant. But my PayPal, if you send money to digitalboyreviews@gmail.com, or you can use Venmo or Cash App at Golden Witch Fire for anybody who has those things. Or you can super chat if you don't live in a country that doesn't allow you to, like Prolia here. Subscribe on Substack, it's worth the most. I agree. Substack is $7 a month or $70 a year, and you get the Big Review podcast, as well as the bonus written articles.
And we just did a big review podcast.
We did. We just did one. We talked about the Batman.
And a lot of other stuff.
Old movies that I never saw as a kid, like Megamind and Despicable Me, and Monty Python's I had missed out on, like The Life of Brian and The Meaning of Life, and other stuff. It was a good podcast. It's also on Patreon for $5 Patreon only.
Oh, I don't.
Ouch. Beastman of Farum.
Yeah.
He definitely feels like a Sekiro boss. He's a scary boy. Have you heard of Beanie Tuesday on Twitter? He makes funny comics and books. Nope, never heard of him.
Beanie like the hat?
Beany.
Oh, that's not Beanie like the hat.
Megamind is the shit.
Megamind is very
It was
good.
alright. It was pretty good. It was a lot better than Despicable Me. Watching that gave me a greater appreciation for it. It's like that feeling of like, oh well, you know, that might not have been that interesting of a story, but at least it was a story, you know. Oh, stop swinging so much. Oh. Let's see. Really gotta not swing as much.
That's what my last wife said.
You get locked into the animation and you can't turn around. You just gotta like wait a second, position yourself before you attack. Easily one of the best animated kids shows. Trixie, how did you celebrate Miku Day? I did not celebrate it. I retweeted some Miku pictures, I guess, that people, and some posts people had, but I'm not much of a celebrator. I mean, unless you count Get High All Day as a celebration of Miku Day, but then that just means I'm always celebrating. Hey yo! You know what I'm saying?
Hooligan.
Hooligan.
Alright.
I would also say you don't need to dodge so much, because you're dodging before it even starts attacking. That's your heavy strike.
Yeah.
Beastman, Azula, Gula.
Hey.
He's gonna do ya. says, I celebrate Miku every day by fapping to lewd Miku dance videos. That's nasty.
That's, yeah.
Especially because the art style on those is usually pretty atrocious.
Can we take a break from this and, you know, go get lunch or something?
Yeah, we'll stream again at another. We'll do it. We'll do it some other.
We might do it again
adventure.
today.
Gurney. It's already been 2 hours, so I feel like that's a live stream of some sort.
Yeah, we didn't really get anywhere, but I kind of know how to play the game. Next time I might start with a new class.
Oh, you mean you just want to start the whole thing over?
Yeah, I don't know.
Burn it all down. Burn it down.
Pogrom. But yeah, thanks for showing up.
Thanks for entertaining yourselves with us on this fine day of Elden Ring. We will be ending the stream now. Make sure you do it in